Today I'm going to show you how to make beer chicken, and the reason why I pick beer chicken is I love beer with my protein, and who doesn't, right? And I'm going to show you how to make it from the beginning to end with our awesome Instant Pot. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and keep watching us, and thank you so much. Here are the ingredients for my beer chicken. I have a whole large white onion. You can use red onion as well if you like. I have 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Again, you can use any oil you prefer. I have about a quarter from the bunch of rosemary. I have here washed and cleaned and de-skinned chicken drumsticks. I have 4 drumsticks, and I have 4 chicken thighs. You can also use chicken breast as well if you like. You can use any dark meat or light meat you prefer. I have here a whole 2 cups of chicken broth. I have a whole can of beer, light beer, but you can also use any kind of beer you prefer. I have 7 cloves of fresh garlic. I love garlic, so I put a lot of garlic. I have 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and I have 3 teaspoons of tapioca flour, which I prefer, but if you don't have tapioca flour, you can also use just regular flour or cornstarch. I also have here tomato paste, canned tomato paste. I have about 3 tablespoons of the tomato paste. Then I have here allspice leaves. If you don't have allspice leaves, you can use also bay leaf. 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper. And then I have here my parsley to garnish towards the end. That it's about a bunch, about half a bunch. I washed and prepped and ready to go. We are going to start turning on the pot. So I am going to start with saute. And I'm going to use adjust. Even though it already says more, I'm going to just show you how to adjust it by pressing the adjust button. Less, more, or less, normal, more. And I'm going to stay with more because it gets hotter. And then I'm going to leave it that way, and it's going to beep in a few seconds. So now it's beeping, means it's working and it's warming up. So I'm going to give it about a second, and then I'm going to start putting in my oil. So I'm putting in my 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I don't know if you can hear the sizzle, but it's starting to get hot. So I'm going to put in my onions. And I'm going to put in my garlic. And I'm going to caramelize it for a few minutes. So I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes and let it get hotter. So now that the onion is nice and soft, I'm going to add my mushroom. So here's the mushroom. And you don't have to chop up the mushrooms. I like to put them in whole. As you can see, the mushroom is getting softer, the onion is soft, and the garlic is getting nice and soft. Now I'm going to add my brown sugar. Move it around. My lemon juice. My salt and pepper. And my tomato paste will be coming soon. This is my tomato paste. Move it around. Doesn't this look amazing already? And we're not even done yet. It looks this good. Now I'm going to put my rosemary in. I'm going to put my bay leaf in. And I'm going to let it sit for about maybe a minute or two. So I've transferred my chicken broth from the 2 cup into a bigger cup because I'm going to whisk in the tapioca flour so it doesn't get clumpy when you're cooking it in the pot. Because a lot of times if you don't whisk it, it will get clumpy. So if you whisk it, it's nice and smooth. Because it's going to act as almost a gravy, a thicker paste. So then I'm going to pour it into the pot, just like that. And then move it around. And then after that, I'm going to add my potato. And move the potatoes around because you want the chicken's going to sit on top of the potatoes. And now I'm going to put in the chicken. I'm going to put in the chicken just like that. Just place them however you like so it can fit in the pot nicely. And then I'm going to pour the beer on top of the chicken. So that way it really gets into the chicken. It's going to help break down the protein. And then I'm going to let it sit in saute mode for about another, I would say 3 minutes, so it can kind of boil a little bit. So while you're waiting for it to boil, you can move it around to get it nice in there so that the protein, your chicken can really absorb all the flavor. So just move everything around. So all that flavor is sitting at the bottom as well. Make sure it gets deep in there. Submerge into the broth. Now that it's simmering, I'm going to change the mode to manual. So I'm going to shut it off. And I'm going to press manual. And I'm going to put it up to 30 minutes. And I'm going to let it beep. Now that it beep, I'm going to close the lid. Now that it's closed, make sure you put it on sealing. So it's pressure cooking, and leave it alone. Right now the pot is heating up. It's going to take probably about 10 minutes until it kicks into the 30 minutes pressure cooking mode. So now the pot is done. Our 30-minute is up. We are going to vent. Here we go. now that the pressure is done, we are going to open the pot. I'm so excited. Oh my God, it looks so good. Look at all that delicious juice and broth, and everything is so nicely cooked. And the aroma is amazing, and the chicken is falling off of the bone. The smell is out of this world, I gotta tell you. When you try this recipe, you guys are going to love the smell of it. So now I'm going to show you how to serve it. And I'm going to put it in my serving bowl, or rectangle bowl. So take everything out. And by the way, you can serve this with rice, with pasta, with couscous and orzo, or whatever you prefer in terms of grains. I'm going to serve it with my already made jasmine rice. And my kids can't wait to jump into this, and I can't wait to jump into this. And I know my husband's gonna be drooling over this. And look at those beautiful potatoes. It's like perfectly cooked. And my husband loves potatoes. So he will dive into this before all of us. Let me get some more mushrooms and potatoes in there, because I love mushroom. You know what mushroom would be good with this also? Is shiitake mushroom. I love shiitake mushroom as well. I love mushrooms, so any kind of mushroom would do pretty nicely. Look how fancy and pretty this is. You could also do this with turkey, by the way. Like for Thanksgiving, and the turkey goes on sale. And you can buy like a whole turkey, chop it up, or buy the pre-cut ones and do the same thing. That would be fantastic. Or even with your leftovers that you can't finish, like your drumsticks and things like that. And look how beautiful. And now I'm going to sprinkle it with beautiful parsley. Look how nice this looks. And you can actually create this with to impress a date, to show them that you can cook. How's that? Valentine's is coming up. This would be a nice dinner. Or Mother's Day, or Father's Day. Or to impress your in-laws when they're over for dinner. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. My goodness. So here's the finished product. This is my beer chicken. And look how beautiful this looks. This is gorgeous. You can impress anyone with this. So please like, subscribe, and please keep on watching us, and go on to 100instantpotrecipes.com. Enjoy cooking. Thank you so much for watching.